and welcome to Centro, everyone. I'm Yadires, Nova-Salcedo. Happy to have you with us. This summer, you can enjoy a Cold Stone ice cream and be making a big difference in someone's life at the same time. The nonprofit organization Best Buddies International has teamed up with Cold Stone Creamery in an effort to change the lives of individuals with IDD, intellectual and developmental disabilities, by launching a jobs program pairing members of Best Buddies with their local store. To tell us more, with us this morning via satellite, our Best Buddies International founder Anthony K. Shriver and Cold Stone Creamery tastemaster, food scientist, and the winner of CBS's Amazing Race Season 25, Dr. Maya Warren. Good morning. Welcome, both of you.
Good morning. Good morning.
So this is very exciting. This is a unique collaboration, you guys would say. Anthony, I want to go ahead and start with you right off the top. Tell us, how did you get the idea to come up with Best Buddies?
Well, I had a buddy when I was very, very young. Was really close with that person. I also have, an aunt, Rosemary Kennedy, who I had an amazing relationship with my whole childhood. You know, my mom started Special Olympics, I think as many people know, so I kind of grew up with the population in my backyard. I also had an aunt who used to live with us for quite a period of time. She also stayed with me a lot in South Florida when she was older for the whole winter. And I just recognized that, you know, I got so much more out of having friends who are diverse and who bring different things to the table than what you might expect. And I think it enriches your life to have a relationship with a person with intellectual disabilities. You learn a lot about yourself. You learn patience, compassion, sensitivity. And that everybody's got a gift from God, and the people with intellectual disabilities are no different. And that one of the gifts they have is they have the ability to work and get a job. And what could be a better place to work than at an ice cream store where you can eat ice cream, engage customers, get a paycheck, and feel included in that you're part of something great like Cold Stone. And I think Cold Stone's done a great job stepping up big time and being interested in this issue and want to hire more people with intellectual disabilities. So it's been a home run.
What Definitely. A unique collaboration. Dr. Maya, what can you tell us? First of all, tell us a little bit about what you do with Cold Stone.
So as tastemaster, I work with a team to come up with the new creations, new flavors that you see in the store. And I also have the opportunity to do things like this and sit here with Anthony to be able to promote things that we're doing, collaborations such as this jobs program with Best Buddies. And so I feel so honored to be able to use my intellect in this way to be able to promote something such as the jobs program, and being able to have an impact. Cold Stone is sort of being able to put a footprint there and be able to provide opportunity and access for individuals who might have been overlooked otherwise, but they are very much so capable. They apply for the jobs. They're not necessarily they're not handed the jobs. They actually apply for them, they interview, and they're able to be integrated into the workforce, earn an income, and be able to wake up every morning and feel like they actually have a sense of worth to be and go and do something.
Yes.
So it's a really great opportunity that we're able to partner with Best Buddies on.
Okay.
Well, I think when a company's successful, they have the opportunity to expand and grow their workforce. And I think the more we support companies that support the communities that they do business in, I think it makes good, smart business sense for everybody. And I think the more Cold Stone grows, we will be able to create more opportunities to hire more people with intellectual development and disabilities. And I think that's what they're about. And I think it's a great corporate mentality, and I think they want corporate diversity. So I think as they grow and we expand and we hire hopefully hundreds of people working in Cold Stones globally, it'll make good business sense, and customers will gravitate to companies that are giving back and not just trying to make a buck and run for the hills.
Right. I mean, Cold Stone definitely has a great product, but the customer service that we know that individuals with disabilities are able to provide, because they're happy to be there, they want to be there, they're going to show up on time, for work, and be dedicated.
And with Best Buddies, the people we place, 97% of them stay in the job long term. So I think people come back for an ice cream and they see that Johnny's still there, and Johnny greets them, and Johnny's excited. I think it's part of creating an environment, you know what I mean?
There's a relationship.
Yes. And Anthony, you do know Boston is very diverse. Are there enough Best Buddies that are Latinos, or are you guys in need of Best Buddies that are Latinos?
Well, it's about 5% of the population in our Best Buddies Massachusetts operation. Over 400 people up there are of Latino descent. But, we need more. I mean, I think it's been challenging for us to reach minority groups. I think African Americans has been challenging, Hispanics has been challenging, people from all different, I think minority groups has been challenging for us, to be honest with you. So I think, you know, the more that we can get Latinos to step up, African Americans to step up, be role models, examples of contributing, participating in our organization, I think it'll inspire more young people to get involved. So, you know, it's a decent number, but it's not good enough, and I think we want to continue to focus on that and expand it all over the, actually, really all over the world.
Yes, yes, and hopefully, you know, with this interview, to get the word out there again to our viewers of why they should, you know, become part of Best Buddies. So I want to thank you so much, Anthony, Dr. Maya, for being with us on Centro.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Have a great
Thanks for
day.
having us.
All right, you too. To get more information on Best Buddies International, you can get a direct link to their website, visiting us online at cbsboston.com/Centro. And like every week, we want to remind you that you can get more information on today's show and our past shows. You can watch both the English and the Spanish versions of our show on our website. If you have time, visit us right now or come back later for more of Centro. We also want to invite you to connect with us online, like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. I'm Yadires Nova-Salcedo, inviting you to step forward to a better you. See you next time.